welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I posted a video. I think there was a comment under the last video that I posted, which I think was the apartment tour, saying something like, finally, I've been waiting for another video upload, so sorry. Today, I have the day off from clinic, so I figured I would take y'all with me. I'm mostly gonna just be studying for the boards today, but I'm hoping to get to the beach for a little bit. I'm gonna head to my favorite coffee shop, which is about 30 minutes away, as is the beach, but honestly, it feels worth it. There's not a whole lot of coffee shops around here. I feel like once I get to an environment that's like more comfortable for me, I end up studying a little bit better anyway. And then a lot of times I'll listen to like a board study podcast on the way, or honestly lately I haven't been doing that, and I've just been kind of listening to whatever makes me happy, be that like a funny politics-based podcast or something that's a little bit more like self-care-ish. That way it gives me time to kind of just relax as well and feel like I'm taking time for myself and honestly growing in other ways. Like, is it gonna help me with the boards? No. But might it help me like feel a little bit better before I sit down and study all day? Like, yeah, probably. Right now I'm just making breakfast. I'm getting a really late start to my day compared to when I would have liked to have started the day, which would have been like 4 hours ago, but it's 10:45 right now. I'm just gonna eat breakfast real quick so that I don't have to spend extra money on breakfast out somewhere, because I know I'm gonna get coffee anyway, and then I'm gonna head out. So I will see y'all on the drive over. I will show y'all how I make my iced lattes in the morning. Iced lattes can get very expensive very quickly. So what I do is I have two different syrups here that I will show you. This one here, and then this one. So this one I felt like tasted, let me get that out of the way because it's not aesthetically pleasing, but this one tasted horrible to me in the beginning, but I realized that I wasn't mixing it properly with the espresso that I was making. So I used my Ninja coffee maker, and it has, you can see like classic brew, rich brew, which I don't actually know what that means, and then over ice brew, and then specialty brew. So I use specialty brew as kind of like the espresso maker. I do it 2 times. I put 3 tablespoons of just like, it doesn't matter what coffee you use, but I use the Folgers medium roast, and put 3 tablespoons for each cycle that I run it through, and I run it through twice. I'm using the specialty brew option, and then before I even do that though, I put in just a little bit of one of these, and then I make sure that I mix it through all the way, add whole milk to that, and then just put it in the fridge overnight, and then add some ice in the morning. And honestly, it tastes a lot like the iced coffees or iced lattes that you get at like Starbucks and elsewhere, and honestly sometimes I like this one better, and it's virtually free at this point. Metal reusable straws. You can see my lipstick stain on there that never left. I know that I got them off of Amazon. I don't know what they're called, but honestly they have so many on there. But if you want the ones I use, I really love them. They give you like a, let me find it. I don't know where it's at, but they give you something to, like a brush specific for these to wash it with. But honestly, I just throw these in the dishwasher, and they don't ever get like damaged or anything like that. So I really love these guys. I think I got like 8 in the pack. This isn't terribly exciting. It's just scrambled eggs with the everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's, a little bit of cheese sprinkled on top, and Texas Pete. And then I've been eating this like vegetable butter stuff. I can't even remember what it's called at this point, which probably isn't a good thing, but on some cinnamon raisin bread. So I'll see y'all at the coffee shop once this is done. It's currently 82 degrees outside. No matter what, I have to find a way to get to the beach today, y'all. I have to. I tried to go the other day, and I think it was like 70 degrees, so not bad, but it was really windy, so I got super cold, and it was getting really close to sunset. And so I tried to read my book on the beach for a little while, but I lasted, I think, like 15 minutes, and then I was like, I gotta go home. So studying for boards has been a really interesting experience. I don't think that any of my friends and I feel like we've done nearly enough yet. We've got like 2 months till boards. And I don't really foresee myself getting to a point where I'm like, yeah, I was able to get to everything that I wanted to. So I've gotten some questions about how I'm studying for boards. I purchased the independent study bundle from the NPTE Final Frontier, and they have like daily readings, and they also have video lectures. I personally have not had time to do any it's hot, any of the readings, like not a single one. So that's hard. Guys, what if I put you guys here? Oh, you're way too far. So I haven't had time to do any of that, and that stresses me out, to be honest. So there's like that component of it, feeling like you're not doing enough, you're not doing nearly as much as like everybody else. But I have been watching the video lectures, and I find those helpful, so that's been good. And then I've just been taking practice tests, honestly, and going through all the incorrect questions. And then if I have time, I'm going to go back through all of the other questions as well, because I think that there's a very good chance that there's questions that I got right just on luck, and by guessing. So I have taken 3 practice tests. I think on the first one I got a 59, then I got a 67, and then I got a 70 this past weekend. And I know that a 70 doesn't sound good, and I guess maybe it's not, but it's a passing score, most likely. So that gives me a little bit of hope. I know that I still have like 8 weeks left, and it at least gives me a little bit of hope that like my score is improving. I think that it would be worse, obviously, if my score was going down or not changing. And like, am I within the margin of error between like the 67 and 70? Probably, but again, I don't care. It at least makes me feel better while I'm in clinic, while I have all this other stuff going on in life, that I can at least take those tests and improve my score by a little bit. So I'm hoping that it keeps improving. So those 3 practice tests, I can't remember if I said already, are through Score Builders. So I've been using their book, and they have explanations for every single question for every practice exam that they have. So I'm now out of Score Builders practice tests. I am going to buy the PEAT, which there's 2 PEAT exams, and those are very highly correlated, like with however you do on those. That score is highly correlated with like how you'll do on the real boards. So I'm going to take those in a few weeks, I think within the month, probably, before I take the actual exam, just because that I think will be a better indicator of where I'm at after I spend another couple of weeks studying. And then before then, through the NPTE Final Frontier, they have practice exams, or there's an option to like get practice exams from some of the other companies. But I think because I'm already in this course, I'm just going to take their practice exams, because even if it's not like highly correlated to what it's going to be like on the boards, at least it'll be practice, and it'll be continued exposure to topics that I either like am not good at, or that I've just like never seen before. So it does make me nervous. Like, you know, it's almost 11:30 already, and like I was gonna try to go to Zumba tonight at 6:30, and then I have a phone call at 8. I don't know how much of that is gonna happen. Like, the phone call has to happen, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it to Zumba, and I may just try to work out this weekend instead, which I hate saying that because I was pretty consistent for a while, but I think that there are just certain things that like have to take priority right now, at least right in this moment. whether or not I decide to work out later today. Like, I'll just figure that out later, depending on how efficient I can be with my studying. Sometimes when I'm busier, I end up studying better because I know that I have a very small window in which to learn things, and so I don't procrastinate as much, I don't waste as much time. So I'm gonna head out and do that. Like I said, I'm gonna head to a coffee shop about 30 minutes away, so like, could that be a waste of time? Maybe, but you know what, it's gonna make me feel better, and I'm gonna go get some mini donuts and my favorite latte from the mini bar. Out here, and so it's just very like peaceful and helps me to concentrate, so I don't even feel like I need to like listen to music or anything like that. So studying without my headphones is always the best. But I just had one s'mores mini donut, one churro mini donut, and I have a s'mores one left. S'mores is always, it's about to fly away. S'mores is always my favorite flavor of like anything, be that like a donut, an actual dessert, a frappuccino from Starbucks. S'mores is just the best. And then I got a honey latte with oat milk with cinnamon sprinkled all over the top, and I am just happy because it was really good. I'm going to show y'all real quick how I've been taking notes on the questions that I've been getting wrong on the practice test from Score Builders. I really love taking notes on my iPad Pro. This is the 10.5 inch, and then I got this Logitech keyboard from Best Buy a couple of weeks ago, and I've absolutely loved it. I definitely prefer using this to my computer, and the reason is, I'm going to see if I can do this with one hand, but basically I can pull the iPad part off from the keyboard, and I thought I wouldn't like that, and I kind of wanted a keyboard where I could just fold it up and use it, but honestly it's okay. Like, yes, I don't love having to leave this off to the side, and I'm scared it is going to get damaged, but that's all right. I have the iPad pencil there, and then I'm going to lock my screen real quick so that it doesn't rotate as I try to show you how I've been taking notes. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to use this. Okay, here we go. So lock the screen there. So what I really like about this is just all the different features with like the different pens that you can use, the different types of pages that you can add. You can add in images and videos and things like that from the internet. I can see, this is my like board studying notebook essentially. The app is called Good Notes, and I can see all my pages here that I've made so far based on the things that I felt like I needed to study the most. So for example, I was having a lot of trouble understanding the difference between rheumatoid arthritis and gout, and so I just made this Venn diagram here. Don't judge me if some of the information is wrong. I just got a lot of that off of Google, but yeah, there's a lot that you can do with this. So I was, for example, yesterday reviewing like the brachial plexus, because it's been honestly 2 years plus since I've drawn that, and so I have like a cover page for the brachial plexus. That way I know that I can go here and I can easily see, oh, there's brachial plexus, because some of these drawings like will start to look the same. Like for example, there's some drawings there and there's some drawings there, and so trying to like figure out what that little bit says, it's just a lot easier for me to be like, oh, research, so all the pages after that have to do with research, and then I can come in here and then draw out for drawing diagrams, and forcing myself to label them myself without looking at any sort of resource is really helpful for me. So I got a question wrong about lung volumes, and lung volumes is something that I actually understood really well when I was doing my master's program in physiology, and so I felt like that was a little bit of a bummer, but that was okay. Oh, hey, Caroline. And so that was a good chance for me to review that. But yeah, so that's really all I've been doing, is just going through this practice question comes from the Score Builders book, and so I was able to take a picture with it, of it with my phone, and then here I didn't know the like calculations for figuring out what the width and the depth of a wheelchair seat should be, and so I wrote those out from the Score Builders book, and then I went ahead and posted this picture in here so that I could understand like how to actually apply that information to like a practice question, and then help carry that over into clinic, because I see most of my patients are in wheelchairs, whereas in my first 6 months in outpatient ortho, none of my patients were in wheelchairs, and so this wasn't something that was necessarily like salient to my clinical experience, but now it's really important in helping my patients to have wheelchairs that are fitted well to them and that are comfortable for them is so important, especially for things like preventing wounds and just for long-term use. So so I just wanted to quickly show you all that, but I'm gonna get back to studying now just so I don't procrastinate too much. But I will say, I just love all the different colors. That's definitely my favorite part of studying. Sometimes I get too into the colors and not enough into the actual content, so I'm gonna get back to that. Here's that exact question I was just talking about with the wheelchair. So this page is a review of all the incorrect questions. So I got 59 questions out of 200 wrong. And so this shows me what answer I put, the correct answer, how other people answered, and then down here I can just go to the next one, and then here's the next question, and then I'll look that up. It shows me what page it's on in the book, and so it said 1084, and so I'll just go here, find page 1084, and this question was about treating ulcers with Whirlpool. And so it has the correct answer there, but then here it has the correct answer, but then an explanation for every single answer choice and why it is or is not correct. Definitely getting to that point where I'm starting to like hit a little bit of a wall, and I'm starting to procrastinate more, and I don't even care because I just applied for graduation and I'm so excited. I have 66 days until graduation on May 9th this year, and I was just talking to a friend of mine who is a graduate assistant with me, and as first and second years we helped line up all the graduates, and that was like my job for graduation, was lining all of them up in alphabetical order, making sure that like their hoods were unbuttoned and over their arm, and over like the correct arm, so that when they went up on stage and handed it to the professor, they could help with like the hooding process. It's always so awkward to vlog when people are around and when there's bugs flying in my face. But yeah, so it's just really cool to think about how now I'm in their position, and I just remember as a first and second year, like helping them with graduation, being so excited for them, even though I wasn't friends with most of them. Definitely not the people 2 years above me, because they were on clinicals while I was in school. But it's just really cool to get to be in that position and to get to see like the first and second year GAs who are gonna be helping us, and to finally be like the ones graduating and the ones who are being celebrated and like the ones who the big party is for. But I just remember like both years at graduation thinking like there's no way I'll ever get to this point where I'll feel like ready to go into the clinic and practice and like ready to graduate, and I am so there right now. And I've loved being a student, but I also am just very excited to just take ownership and responsibility of like being the professional and just doing the job and helping patients and just doing the work. Oh my gosh, it's getting real. definitely not as warm as it was this morning, but I am glad that I came to the beach anyway. I probably won't get to stay for more than like 15-20 minutes before the sun starts going down and it's gonna get kind of cold, but it's honestly just so peaceful right now, and it's not quite as windy as it was when I came last time. So there's a seagull walking towards me. It's making me nervous. But yeah, I'm just gonna read my book for a little while. I didn't get to study nearly as much as I wanted to today. I ended up having a few other things come up, certain phone calls that I had to get on, and some meetings that I had to go to that I didn't anticipate, but that's okay. I studied a little bit earlier. I'm gonna read for fun now, and then maybe it wasn't even funny. Maybe before my phone call tonight that I have, I could get a little bit of studying and some like resume writing and cover letter writing done, but I'm not too worried about it. Those things will get done. They all have their time. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this time on the beach for a little bit. Back home now. I didn't end up staying at the beach very long. I wanted to just kind of come home, chill on the couch, read my book here. It was definitely getting a little bit too cold, so I just went for a really short walk in my neighborhood, and then I'm gonna go pray, do laundry, get my lunch together for tomorrow. I'm working a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so it's gonna be kind of a long day, so I just want to make sure everything is ready early before my meeting and everything, so that after that I can just go straight to sleep.